Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and today we are going to be talking about Hedera Hashgraph, or HBAR if you will. So as you guys already know, HBAR is my number one holding in my portfolio. It is the asset that I hold the most of, and it is the asset that I am the most confident in holding for the long-term future. Yes, I am very confident in XRP, but I do think that HBAR is significantly more undervalued at this current moment. I think it is the most undervalued asset in the space right now for what it is doing. So, with that being said, let's just jump into it. Let's analyze overall some ideas around HBAR. So first off, market is looking incredibly juicy right now. If we actually refresh this, we are up nearly 5%. Market cap is sitting at about $2.09 trillion. Bitcoin is sitting at about 48.7K. Very different from yesterday, as we do see Ethereum pull over 3K again. Most altcoins are moving very quickly. And again, that also means HBAR. HBAR is nearly back at 25 cents. It is up about 7% on the overall 7-day span. We are currently up about 4.4% on the 24-hour. Volume is still sitting at about 222 million. Currently nothing too crazy to report on besides the fact that, hey, we are still at astronomically undervalued levels. I still think right now at these levels, it's low risk, high reward. Obviously, we can come down in price a little bit more, but I think that we are ranging to have a massive inflow of cash into this market. First and foremost, we do see here Bitcoin's race to 50K heats up. A solid institutional backing continues. Bitcoin's recent golden cross pattern formation was previously witnessed when Bitcoin's value surged on 2 occasions in 2020. Now, if we do come down here, we do see that there's more than 55% of the overall registered gains into the perspective of over last month alone, helping to take the total market capitalization of this relatively nascent space back beyond the $2 trillion threshold. We do see here most of the institutional money is coming from MicroStrategy, which we already know about. Tesla, we also see Galaxy Digital Holdings and Voyager Digital also is flowing money in. We also see here even a number of traditional banking institutions have entered the crypto space. Wells Fargo definitely is one of them. We also see a whole bunch of other banking systems. For an example, like we do see institutional money ranging from JP Morgan all the way to Goldman Sachs. I think that this is only the beginning of what's to come. We do see here the longer we hold it here, the more support it will get, pretty much gather. As for the factors that will drive this run, I really feel it's more psychological rather than news driven. People are just waiting for the trend, so any slightly positive news could cause the price to move dramatically, as we did see with the whole Amazon stuff. Now obviously we do know that the Amazon stuff was fake, but we do see here the golden cross. Here's the historical hash ribbon data. Golden cross, this is pretty much all going back, and we just had that significant golden cross happen yet again, so we could relatively move very fast in price. We do see here technical analysis has limitations and shouldn't be solely used for decision making. Of course not. I actually think it is crazy that some people think that they could draw lines on a chart and predict the future. Macro events like China banning mining or the US hopefully approving ETFs will have much bigger impacts on Bitcoin short-term movements than any technical analysis. And 100% I do completely agree with that. Obviously technical analysis is only good to really kind of address what is going to be happening or what could happen. It's all possibilities, but when we look at this chart, we obviously know that the possibility of HBAR breaking out within the span of the end of the month into September is very likely. We are back in that overall price demand before it was pretty much pre-pump prices. We are back in the overall prices where we were at in April and May. A lot of people are still saying the price action on HBAR sucks, whatever. I don't care about anybody else saying that about HBAR. To be completely honest with you guys, I've told you guys I don't really care about the price action just yet. I care about the price action when things are actually looking good. For an example, we see that the movement on HBAR has bounced significantly off the 100-day MA, which is very solid. We have moved up, hit some resistance at about 25 25 cents almost, which I do think that we will break out of that very soon. I think that at some point in time, by the end of this bull run, we could see double-digit numbers for HBAR. It is significantly overlooked and undervalued, so when we do get a major listing on Coinbase or something, by that time we will already have been way high. So the FOMO event that will happen, say for so we get a listing on Coinbase at about $3 on HBAR, some people sell off, we get a short sell off, and then all of a sudden the massive retail FOMO happens and we jump to $7 to $10 to even $12 to $15, right? Possibilities are endless for HBAR, especially when people find out and realize what it's actually doing. We also see here market wrap Bitcoin is rising, fueled by Coinbase's plans to add crypto to its balance sheet. We actually see, now I obviously don't think that this is why Bitcoin's rising. We already kind of seen that institutional money is thriving in crypto right now, but I think a lot of individuals are adding Bitcoin to its balance sheet now. We actually just recently seen, I forgot what the name of the company was, but it was a pretty big company. They were looking to add it to their balance sheet as well. I think that this is a narrative that is going to be pushed a lot. Now, obviously, going back to HBAR, we also see here now, this is pretty much a funny tweet. We do see here actually sitting back today wondering if ADA could possibly go on the same run that Ethereum did back in the day. ADA is a very promising project, but its price reflects the irrationality common in crypto. The main issue is still has shockingly little usage, 50K transactions a day. That's 5% or less of the usage of other popular cryptos. Compare XRP 1 million a day, ALGO 800K a day, HBAR 4 million a day, and Ethereum 1.2 million a day. So when we look at HBAR, like HBAR could literally replace almost nearly every asset in the top 10 space. And when we look at these massive market caps, first off, if it grabbed Ethereum's market cap, we'd be at like $38. So when we look at HBAR compared to some of these assets, it's funny that we're still at these prices. Like anybody who's not scooping up HBAR, on cheap prices, even like at these 21 cent zones, like you almost have to be. I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you just don't understand HBAR, maybe you just didn't do enough research, but anybody who does the research and sees HBAR, even still at these current prices at like 25 cents, is buying $4 easily, because $4 is a bargain sale on HBAR. Now we also see here, now this is a response to some talk regarding privacy, DLTs, and so forth. Now we do see here, check out some of the following companies who have specifically built privacy tech and assurances on Hedera. Accor, which we already know they are in healthcare. ZKP assurances like RightsHash. RightsHash is going to be a huge thing in my opinion. FPOS Australia's Connect ID, new national identity infrastructure in Australia and New Zealand. Miko as well. I don't know how to say it. Manetu, I believe. And then we also see join social media. So there's a lot of things that are being built on HBAR right now, a lot of things that are still going to be building on it as well. We still have a lot of use cases that still have not gone live currently on HBAR, but I think that once we do see that, the Hedera mainnet is going to be flowed with so much volume and so much value that it's going to be impossible to overlook for a lot of individuals. I understand that we did already 1.6 billion transactions nearly, and people are still overlooking it, but that will not last long, and I can honestly guarantee you that. Now we also see here, in last week's cryptocurrency portfolio weighting survey by Real Vision Exchange, HBAR placed number one above Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Polkadot, Solana, Matic, Cardano, XRP, Uniswap, Filecoin, and Theta, and everything else. And this is because HBAR, at this current moment, is the most undervalued asset in the space for what it is doing. And I cannot express that enough to you guys. The potential behind HBAR to do a massive run to $10 plus is not unfathomable. I told you guys, $10 is a very undervalued price target, even for HBAR. I mean, at $10, a lot of people will still think that it's extremely undervalued, and I myself will think the same. If you guys don't understand how valuable HBAR is actually in this space, then you need to do some research. We also see some FUD being cleared up about HBAR as well from Credible Crypto. I actually have two tweets I want to talk about from him, but we do see here, I have a question. The use cases and partnerships on HBAR seem great, but I've seen quite a bit of the FUD surrounding the inflationary nature of the tokenomics. What say you, or what can you say, I suppose? I only know basics with 8 of 50 billion in circulating. So We do see here it's just that. FUD. The inflation rate is totally normal / in line with other cryptos. I believe so as well. Keep in mind Solana had like 90% token unlock overnight when it was under $3. Look where it's at now. And this is exactly the case. When we look at these assets, like HBAR is not that inflationary at all. 260 million released a month. It's only like it's like 3.2 billion a year. That is not that much, especially when compared to assets like XRP and stuff. So we're still good. I don't think that matters at all, and I honestly do think it is just FUD as well, especially when we look at like Coin Bureau and stuff like that. But we also see our $2 billion market cap versus $80 billion market cap. Hype / marketing is great for short-term price appreciation. Utility is the key driver of long-term price appreciation. Hype doesn't last. Utility does. And I do 100% want to say this, and I just want to say a lot of people are going to be mad. That's okay. You guys, it's whatever, right? But ADA will soon die out if they do not release any live product. I already told you guys this multiple times. ADA is old technology in a mask behind smart contracts. So when we look at this, I don't think that those smart contracts are going to be getting released anytime soon. I'd love to be proven wrong. That's totally fine if I am, but I'm just going to say right now, Hedera is making its way to be a 100-year-plus company, and this is actually a live updated chart from HBAR Tower. Shout out him on Twitter. But we do see here we did already 1.568 billion transactions in less than like a year. Now ADA did almost 11 million in 4 years, right? We do see dApps 500 plus, still 0 for ADA. Forklist several, number of accounts. The accounts are growing very fast on HBAR, so I'm very happy to see that. But we do see that the network cost is extremely high for ADA. We also see the energy consumption is very high as well. The fees are variable at 35 plus cents. That's actually ridiculous if you think about it. 3 to 20 seconds for the finality time as well. So which one do you think deserves to have the number 3 spot and an $80 billion market cap? I'm going to go with HBAR, guys. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.